to get it cooking, try to get this rubber match.
Well, they have to, and it's not going to be easy. Sanchez, one of the better pitchers in the National League, but they can do that. They've beat some quality teams to win some series, to get things moving in the right direction, and Doug Fister has pitched well. He'll give him a chance to do that, but you're right. Find some offense early in this game. If you have to play small ball early, do whatever you have to. You have a quality pitcher against you. Sometimes that's what you have to do.
I like that early, too. Get something going early. Now, if Doug Fister were to petition to change his middle name to Hard Luck, I would go with him to sign the legal papers because it has been a tough go for him. He's pitched really well. That record should not be that bad.
Well, no, it shouldn't be, and run support has been an issue. Everybody's talked about it. In his last outing, though, against the Nationals, he actually ended up getting some run support. And unfortunately, the bullpen, which has been terrific this year, ended up giving that lead up, so he wasn't able to get a win in that game. And then, of course, you have Sanchez. We talked about him. 93 miles an hour, a good curveball. He'll use his split from time to time, but mostly he'll just be aggressive with the hitters.
So the Mariners say goodbye to the Marlins after this game tonight, try to get the rubber match of this contest. And then tomorrow the Braves come in, followed by the San Diego Padres. We're glad you're with us. Your rhythm might be a little bit skewed because we're playing on a Sunday night here in Seattle. Eric Wedge says usually that means something special. We're going to find out as Mariner baseball straight ahead.
Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Quest. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, inviting you into the mind of Mencia. Comedian Carlos Mencia, August 6th. For tickets, go to EmeraldQueen.com. Hi, friends. Angie Mentink here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Kind of a quirky night here at Safeco Field because we have got Sunday night baseball here at Safeco Field. That means, though, that the rest of the division has already wrapped things up. Texas came into the day with a 2.5-game lead on the Mariners, and boy, were we big Mets fans over the last few days. In a huge game for Jose Reyes of the Mets. Second inning, he lines the single to left field. That scores Daniel Murphy to give the Mets a 3-2 lead. Reyes, 4 hits in this game. Later in the inning, it's Carlos Beltran with a hot shot. Back up the middle off of Derek Holland's foot and into center field. That brings 2 more in. The Mets down the Rangers by a final score of 8-5. Angels looking to sweep the Dodgers up 1 in the 9th inning. It's over, right? Jordan Walton in to close. Aaron Miles, though, with the fly ball to center field. D. Gordon tagging at third. Gets in just ahead of the throw from Peter Borges. Game tied at 2. Then it's Tony Gwynn Jr. with a chance to be the hero. He lines a single to right field. The winning run comes around to score from second base, and the Dodgers win an absolute thriller 3-2 is the way it ends. And with both the Rangers and the Angels falling this afternoon, Seattle could move back into sole possession of second place, a game and a half back with a series win tonight against the Marlins. Hey fans, enjoy it while you still can. Who knows if we will ever see National League rules played here at Safeco Field ever again. We sure are glad that you are with us for it here on Root Sports. Doug Fister is getting ready to toe the rubber for the hometown 9. Felix Hernandez hitting the first pitch, or first group on Friday. Jason Vargas did not hit yesterday. Doug Fister sure did make sure he got in his hat in that first group today.
Today here in Seattle, we were blessed with magnificent weather. A good day to get out on Lake Union, get your work in. Yes, sir. Take care of some business here. And today, down a little bit south from Lake Union at Safeco Field, it's Sunday night baseball. How about that? The Mariners in town as they wrap up the series with the Florida Marlins. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers with you. This is Mariner Baseball. And the Mariners is the visiting team in this unique series with the Florida Ball Club coming all the way west to be the home team. The Mariners will lead off, and let's take a look at their batting order for this evening.
And for manager Eric Wedge, it'll be Ichiro, Ryan, and Kennedy. Justin Smoke had last night off, although he did appear late in the game. He is back in the lineup hitting fourth. Ackley, Olivo, Carlos Peguero. He hit a home run that got out of here in about a second in last night's game. Hopefully he's getting ready to get hot again. There's Gutierrez and Fister, the pitcher, hitting ninth.
Opposing pitcher, quality. Top quality, throws a strike. It's Anibal Sanchez, 6-1 with a 2.90 ERA. And here's Ichiro looking at a strike, and now he's behind 0-2. Sanchez a quick worker, as is Doug Fister. Home plate umpire Les Diaz. Corey Blazers at first. Scott Barry at second, and Wally Bell at third.
Numbers for Sanchez: 99 in the third innings for him, 101 strikeouts. He's given up 8 home runs. Opponent's average is 230. How does he do it? With a 93-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball, a curveball, and a split.
We'll count here to Ichiro. Anibal Sanchez, 6'2", 205, out of Maracay, Venezuela. Came over from Boston with Hanley Ramirez and a couple others for Josh Beckett and Mike Lowell. And Ichiro gets the Mariners off to a good start with a base hit to right. Tied for 7th in hits in the American League starting today.
And he gets a fastball. Ichiro knows on a 3-2 count Sanchez doesn't want to walk him, so he throws him a fastball in the middle of the plate. Ichiro pulls it through the hole on the right side of the infield. Take a look at the defense behind Sanchez. Bonifacio in left, Wise in center, Mike Stanton out in right, Dobbs and Ramirez on the left side of the infield, Infante and Gabby Sanchez over at first. Brett Hayes, the backup catcher, will be behind the plate tonight.
So throw over to Ichiro. He's 5th in the American League in stolen bases. He's 19 out of 23. Brendan Ryan, the hitter. Strike. You mentioned Sanchez has a one no-hitter and 2 one-hitters. He had a one-hitter earlier this year in his 4th start. It was against Colorado. Back on April 22nd. That trade that brought him from Boston to Florida was back in November of 2005. Josh Beckett and Mike Lowell went to Boston. That one fouled off. Went 2 to Brendan Ryan. 1 for 4 last night. Mariners lose 4-2. That evened the series at 1-1. Mariners had won the first game Friday 5-1 behind Felix Hernandez. 0-2. Ryan looking to get hot again. Just 1 for 7 on this homestand. He was up in the 270s a couple of weeks ago. Like you were talking about in the open about some early action, Sanchez is a good pitcher. Got a good combo here at Ichiro at first. You get Ryan.
Well, you do, and not only that, he hasn't found his stride yet. He's missed with his breaking ball. He's thrown 3 of them and missed with all of them. And typically the good ones, if you're going to get them early. So why not put some pressure on them? We talked about manufacturing some runs early if you have to.
It's not like the Mariners are tearing the cover off the ball.
Well, exactly. Why wait around for it?
A little bit closer that time. The Mariners last night 4 for 32. They're 1 for 5 runners in scoring position. Sanchez, he knows what he's seen the last 2 nights out of the Mariner hitting. It's not been overwhelming, and the numbers certainly reflect that. Ichiro, pretty good lead. Doesn't go. Fouled back. (19 out of 23 this season). Swing and a miss, and Ryan is gone. 1 out, 1 on, first inning. Sanchez coming off a couple of no decisions, one against the Phillies. He went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and then the Angels in his next start, 7 innings again, 8 hits, 1 run, it was earned. He's got a 1.92 ERA over these last 2 games. We look at Adam Kennedy. Last win for Sanchez, June 10th. Second time he's beaten Arizona. Sanchez Now going to battle Adam Kennedy. He's got the best batting average on the Mariner Ball Club at 276. It's about what, 7 throws over there. 6. I took a guess and missed by 1.
Just seems like 7. There you go. He got you.
I don't blame him. I understand it. I hope at some point Ichiro goes and maybe they can get something going. Kennedy's done a good job. Gary Sanchez is even having a giggle out of it. Strike 1. Adam Kennedy 2 for 8 against Sanchez.
They actually used to teach the pitchers to throw over a lot against the base stealers, hoping it would wear their legs out, maybe tire them out so they didn't want to try it.
And Kennedy 1 for 4 last night. Andy ran you down on what happened in the rest of the division. Texas loses, Angels lose, Oakland loses. Texas lost 2 out of 3 at home to the Mets. Angels won 2 of 3 against the Dodgers in LA. And Oakland lost 2 out of 3 to Philly. Doc Halladay got a win today. And what else is new? Not only did Halladay get the win, he went the distance. They used to say in the old days, a route-going performance by Doc Halladay. Go already. You figure, who thinks you're going? Oblige him to try to get something started here. Two. And now a balk. And Bob Davidson's nowhere to be found. A balk gets him to second.
Third balk of the season. He never came set.
Ichiro at scoring position now, 1-2 to Kennedy.
So with all the attention he was paying so that he wouldn't steal the base, he sent him over there on his own.
Third buck for Sanchez, 7th for the ball club. 2-2. A broken bat. I mean, just died. Ramirez, nice play to throw out Kennedy. Ichiro to third. That sounded uglier than usual, didn't it?
That was right above the thumb. You hear that bat just splinter. Yeah, you had the follow through when he hit it on the ground, cracked it some more, and then kicked it on the way out.
There's Justin Smoak. Under the weather, late scratch last night, got a chance to pinch hit. It was hit by a pitch.
This will be the 20th pitch of the inning for Sanchez.
And in all the throws to first, he's had a heck of an inning. Smoke's 0 for 3 against Sanchez. Zuno. It's like Eric Wedge before the game. I said, this Sunday night game, throw off your rhythm. He says, oh yeah, but you know, it's the good news. Usually on a Sunday night you're playing, it's a good sign, of course. National broadcast and telecast. Another carrier. It's a Sunday night tradition.
I found it to be a little bit strange today. Did you?
Absolutely. I mean, I got up and oh, that's right. I don't have to go till later. But it really got me when I got here, because at 3:30, 4 o'clock, you usually, hey, all right, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're just, hey, good to see you. How's everything? Strike 3 called. The Smoke, he's gone. A lot of pitches by Sanchez. Les Diaz calls out Smoke, and the Mariners, nothing in front. Florida coming to bat. Welcome back, everybody. Interleague play. Interleague play continuing here. The Marlins, as we wrap up this series. Let's take a look at the Marlins starting lineup.
Look in the middle of the lineup again. Gabby Sanchez hitting 300 with 13 home runs on the year. And it's Ramirez. He's been hot lately. Dobbs, former Mariner, will hit fifth. Mike Stanton, nice numbers with 16 home runs, but has struggled in this series so far. Brett Hayes, the backup catcher, will hit eighth. Numbers for Doug Fister, 3.34 ERA, 102 in the third innings pitch as Bonifacio tries to punt that one. Doug, outstanding in Washington in his last outing. Really had to battle, and it was uncomfortable. It was hot, it was humid, but he pitched well, giving up 3 hits and 1 run.
Went 8 innings left with a 5-1 lead.
Put that one in the bank, right?
I had it in the bank.
So did I.
I had stuff taken off the table here in the bag. I had W in the column. Doug looking for his first win since May 30. That was here against Baltimore. He went 7 1/3 there. For the month of June, Fist 4 starts, 0-3 record, a 3.60 ERA. For 7 on this road trip thus far for Bonifacio. Slicing drive to left field for Figueroa, 1 out.
Oh, an easy play for Figueroa. Let's take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners. The center field will be Gutierrez. Ichiro is out and right. On the infield, Adam Kennedy back at third base. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Justin Smoke back in the lineup they had last night off at first base, and Miguel Olivo will do the catching tonight.
Doug Fister. That's his work at Washington the other day. Well, if you could only take away the 3 losses at Baltimore, the 3 losses at Washington, those are 2 disastrous trips. I mean, figure it worse, you should have come out 3-3.
I think especially going into Washington, this line drive right at Ackley. I think especially the trip into Washington because the club had played well. It's coming off some series with the Phillies where they played well and optimistic about things, and then here you go.
Hey, you're feeling good. That's a great series. 2 out of 3 last weekend from the Phillies. Brings up Gabby Sanchez. And then you had the 3 heartbreakers in Baltimore in May. And these games, 6-5, 2-1, 1-0 in Washington.
Yeah.
I mean, they were right there. Sanchez having a good year. He's tied for 8th in the National League. Make that 7th in the National League with 88 hits. 313 homers, 45 RBIs. Two for 8. First 2 games. Congrats.
The thing in Washington. Sorry, go ahead.
No, okay.
I was going to say the thing in Washington that was surprising is, well, that wasn't surprising that the starters pitched well, but all 3 of them pitched great
in that heat.
And they just couldn't score any runs. There you go. You take a look at the starters, the 3 starters in that series.
Oh, it's tremendous.
You mentioned Doug, but there's Eric Bedard, 10 strikeouts in the 6 innings that he pitched. And Michael Pineda went 7 innings, striking out 9.
And got a base knock.
And got a base hit.
Maddening. The way the offense has not been able to get up to par. And it's not for lack of trying, obviously. I mean, the guys are just getting out here, getting early work and everything. Swing, miss. And Doug Fester, nice first inning, strikes out Sanchez. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. To the second, we go in a scoreless ball game.
Yes, you are.
Hey, thank you for your service. Just graduated from Marine boot camp.
So he lost 30 pounds.
That's not a shock.
I need to lose the 30 pounds, but I'm not going to boot camp. Too old.
Hey, we got a one-time special. Michael, we're taking these 40-plus-year-old guys. We got a special duty for you.
No, thank you.
Ackley pops one up. On vacation, let's see if I can read upside. Where was it? We believe Cowboys and cattle and rally fries. Nice. Out of Wyoming. Great state of Wyoming. Ackley gets into one. Backing up Stanton. He's 6'5". Just reaches up and pulls it in.
Dustin hits this one right on the button. It's a line drive. Looked like it had a chance to maybe get over Stanton's head. Unfortunately, it finds some leather as opposed to outfield grass.
Rick Wedge saying Ackley, a bat-to-ball guy, been very consistent. And Mike Stanton, so far so good. The Mariners have kept him in check his first couple of games. Dangerous hitter. There's Miguel Olivo.
I like that, a bat-to-ball guy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the ball jumps off his bat.
Yeah. Getting that Olivo chant going. Miguel tied with Smoke for the home run lead in the ball club with 12. flip side, he's got 71 strikeouts. It's 6th in the American League. But he has been valuable. Well, it's interesting talking to a couple of guys before the game. You know, we got the next road trip is Oakland, L.A. Angels. The next road trip, mid to late July, Toronto, Boston, New York. They're going to have to. You know he's an Iron Man, but they're going to have to work Jimenez in a lot, give him a blow on that trip.
No, you're absolutely right with the heat that's going to be happening. New York and Boston especially, because those are such long games.
Oh.
You know, and it's going to be hot and humid, and they're going. He is an Iron Man, but he'll need a break. And that's one thing that Eric has done a nice job of this year, though, is I think with all the guys.
Swing and a miss, and Olivo's gone, 2 down. 3rd strikeout for Sanchez. Yeah, but you're going to have to work Jimenez, or if they make a move or something, but they're going to have to give him a blow. You played with the Yankees.
Yes.
Were you guys, I don't remember you guys being as patient as this group has been. Where are we? This is 11. So the last, since what, 96? Actually, it's been a long time. It's right after you left, I guess. Been a trademark. And the Red Sox, they take so many pitches. I mean, their average time of game has got to be 3 hours a night, easy.
Yeah, and I think it's, especially on the Yankee side of it, it's a veteran club. They're high average guys for the most part, and that's what it requires. And I don't think it's anything that they talk about as a group, maybe every now and then, but I think it's just individually, that's just the way they go about their business and always have. So you get a collective group together, it's going to take a while.
Another broken bat. I wonder how many phone calls he's made to his representative in the last 2 weeks. Well, he can truly be like that commercial. Hello, this is Peggy. Oh, hitting. That clearly got away. Two-out base runner for the Mariners. A lot of gritting of teeth by Mr. Peguero. Boy.
All right, in the back of the hamstring. After breaking his bat on the previous pitch, just tried to go back inside again. Certainly didn't try to hit him.
3rd time he's hit a batter this season. He's got a hit batter and a balked him. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, 1 for 4 last night. Friday night he went 2 for 4 with 2 runs knocked in. Big 7th inning. Mariners were down 1-0. Olivo with an RBI fielder's choice, and then Goody with the 2-run single made it 3-1. Mariners went on to win 5-1 for Felix Hernandez. Goody trying to get that average. Keep rising. Fouled into the glove. Brad Hayes, the catcher. Sanchez this year, he's got wins against Colorado, Washington, at San Francisco, at Arizona again. Only losses at Houston back on April 10th. Runner goes. Swung on a foul straight back. Pretty good crowd on hand, given that this was not part of the season ticket package. Walk-up action. Not bad for Sunday night. Full count in here. 3-2 barked out by Laz Diaz, the home plate umpire.
You get the big man in motion here. 3-2, 2 outs. See if Franklin can hit something in the gap.
Sanchez is ready. The 3-2 to Goody. Runner goes, and this one popped up. No play.
Leggero, after getting hit in the hamstrings, getting an opportunity to stretch it out a little bit.
Good thing. There we go. Payoff pitch. Rolls over on one to Hanley Ramirez. Throws over to Sanchez. Mariners are done in the second. They leave a runner on the board. And it's still scoreless here at Safeco Field. Out here on a Sunday night for Mariner baseball.
Northern Ireland.
Some traveling. Doubling up. Teach me how to Dougie. I love it. Very nice. Very nice. First pitch from Fister to Hanley Ramirez. Ball one. One. There's a real talented shortstop. Slow start. Here we are, game number 78. Well below the numbers he's been putting up. Talking to Wes Helms, a veteran infielder. So Jack McKeon is good for this guy, and Wes made a great point. He said, listen, we only have myself and about 2-3 other guys who've been around for 10-12 years in terms of having that older guy influence to be able to police the clubhouse, because Jack McKeon, just like he did in 03, he told these guys last week, boys, check your ego at the door. I don't want any second looks. If I tell you to lay down a bunt, I don't want you to be looking back here, okay? This is what we're doing. And he said, this is just right for this guy. And it has really picked him up after the second day. He doesn't show up on time, and Jack sat him immediately.
Well, I don't think Jack's going to have any issues with anybody, but you have a star player, a young star player in Ramirez, and that's exactly what he is. Every now and then you need to get a reminder, and there he is. He'll let you know.
What a fun guy to talk to. Man, oh man, what a career he's had in baseball. Trader Jack. Well stroked right to Ryan. Almost took him in the left field. 1 out. Well timed by Brendan Ryan.
Well, you can't hit a ball any harder than this. Ramirez squares this one up. You can see it. It's a line drive. Brendan Ryan times his jump perfectly. That'll loosen up the webbing a little bit.
That it will, and you can see why They're excited about getting Ramirez back going again. He started tonight. A .218 hitter. He's a .313 career hitter. Fine job. Great timing. Greg Dobbs, a former Mariner, at the dish right now. 0-1. Eric Wedd's so pleased with Doug Fister. Had not known him prior to meeting him in spring training. You could see the grit and determination. He holds Fister in high esteem, his ability to compete. Willingness to dig down. Fister 3-8 on the year, 2-4 here at home with a 3.38 ERA. So down goes Dobbs. That's the second strikeout. 2 down here in the second. This Saturday, your chance to pick up the latest edition of Mariners trading cards. Mariners host the Padres. First 20,000 fans get the 2011 collector cards, and it features your favorite Mariners. Get to the ballpark early. Come on out. Trade cards with your other friends and fans here to complete your set. For tickets, visit Mariners.com or any other Mariners team store. Here's Mike Stanton. 0 for 3 with an RBI last night. Golden Sombrero on Friday with the 4 Ks. Another broken bat, but Stanton having a fine year. Tied for 6th in RBIs, 4th in the National League, however, in strikeouts, but he's 7th in slugging, 5th in extra base hits, and 4th in home runs per at bat.
16 home runs on the year for him. Good athlete.
Again, had that scholarship going to Southern Cal. Cornerback, wide receiver at 6'5". Be the biggest corner in the history of Southern Cal football if he had gone there. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 6'5", 248. 100 games last year, 259. 22 homers and 59 runs batted in. Pitch from Fister outside, 2-2. Ryan can't get that one, base hit.
The last pitch is on the outside corner, but it's up, so Stanton's able to hit a line drive. This time they get it past Brendan Ryan. Solid base hit for Stanton.
Brings up Dwayne Wise. Wise just his 8th game since being called up from AAA New Orleans. Down there for about 9 games. Late signee with this Florida franchise. 1-1. Congratulations to good buddy John McLaren. Led the Nationals to a 2-1 win over Chicago today, and now he will yield the seat to Davey Johnson, and Mac will be a West Coast scout for the Nats. He's coming after Jim Riggleman resigned a couple of days ago when we were in Washington. 3-1 to Dwayne Wise. We will see Mac out this way on occasion. 3-1. The middle, base hit. Stanton will make the turn. He'll go to third, and he'll get there. Wasn't hit super hard, but Goody had to come a long way to get it. Stanton's a good runner. Got the third easily.
Sounded like it was hit off the end of the bat. He cued it back up the middle. But he ends up with a base hit. And Stanton showing that he has some speed. Gutierrez came in and got the ball in a hurry, but Stanton moves on to third.
Backup catcher Brad Hayes getting a start tonight. Just his 22nd game of the season. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the 1-0 to Hayes. There for strike. Brett Hayes, 1-1. Dribbler foul. Mr. Strike away from getting out of this.
Early in the game, it looks like Doug has this good two-seam fastball. He's able to sink it. Slider looks a little bigger break than we're normally seeing from him.
Down to Kennedy, short way, get the force, and he goes. Nice job by Brett Pfister. He survives a first and third 2-out situation. Still no score here at Safeco. High-fiving everybody. Does it get any better than this? AT&T trivia question. Check this out. Seattle has Major League Baseball's 2 longest road trips. Don't we know it? Florida and Tampa Bay, which is the 3rd longest Major League. You got Red Sox Padres, Red Sox A's, Red Sox Giants, Giants Marlins. FYI, Safeco to Sun Life. Marlins 3,295.8 miles. To the Trop, it's 3,124.7. I'm going to say Red Sox Padres.
So am I.
All right, here we go. Doug Fister got a base hit in his last start against Washington. RBI single in the 4th inning. Puts it in play. Fonte throws to Sanchez to get him. Top of the order now, Ichiro. Started the ball game with a base hit to right. Balked to second by Sanchez. Went to third on a ground out. And was left stranded there when Smoke struck out, looking to end the inning. The Mariners trying to generate something in numbers. 4 or more runs scored, they get a record of 25-6. When they score less than 4, 13-33.
Well, I guess they know what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least 4 runs on the board.
Braves will be in town tomorrow. 3-game series. Starter for tomorrow will be Eric Bedard against Brendan Beachy. I like it. Document your game. Get it up on Facebook and Twitter. Center field for Wise. 2 down. That's amazing. On the 29th, wrap up the first 3 months of the season. Today is game number 78.
And we go out on our next road trip, and we're at the All-Star break.
That's correct. 3 in Oakland, 4 at the Angels. Our first trip to Anaheim, second to Oakland. Then come home 4 for Texas, and then that monster road trip, the longest of the year, Toronto, Boston, New York. Clear sailing the rest of the way. Ryan goes opposite field for a base hit. Stanton bobbles it. It was the same occurrence as yesterday. Ryan made sure he got down the line in a hurry because he knew Stanton, because the ball got to him in a hurry, might make a play and try to, at the very least, think about throwing him out at first.
This is what it is, a solid base hit into right field.
He knows. Same thing happened yesterday in the 6th. He was busting it out of the box.
Yes, he was.
Look out.
We don't see that very often.
I'll take a leisurely stroll. I'll get there. When I get there, no problem. Well, if you weren't with us yesterday, 6th inning, Ryan hit a hard smash to right field, and Stanton charged it. He had a real good thought about throwing to first. 1-2 to Adam Kennedy. Bounced out to shortstop his first time. Started the day at 276. Deitra's 271. Adam, the leading hitter on the ball club. It's entering tonight's game. 1-2. Marlins threatened with runners at first and third in the second inning. Fister closed the door. Ichiro got the third in the first inning. One-two. Giving chase. Running out of room. Greg Dobbs. Last night 16,896 on hand. First night 15,279.
Sanchez has been a quality pitcher in the National League. The Mariners getting his pitch count. This next pitch will be 60 for him.
Runner goes. Look out, that hit the foul. Just in the third inning. Boy. It's not going to surprise me to see either one of these teams put something in motion here. Both pitchers off the pretty decent start. Not a lot of big hitting going on. 2 hits apiece.
Offensively, they both have had their issues. We've talked about the Mariners. Florida hitting just 244 as a team.
It's 11th in the National League. Pitch swung on and missed. Tag applied. Kennedy and the Mariners are done. Top of the third. Well, another 0 posted here at Safeco Field. I like that. Scoreless ball game here. I took a nap for Sunday Night Football. I like that. I put that up on the board. I like that one. That's good.
All of his goes to my tuition.
I like that one as well. Very nice. Pitcher Anibal Sanchez. Anibal Sanchez going to lead off 9-1-2. He is 4 for 29, 138 hitter with 3 runs batted in on the season. Puts it in play to Ackley. One down. AT&T Trivia Contest, trivia answer. The question was, Seattle has the 2 longest road trips. Who has the 3rd longest road trip? Mike and I went Red Sox, Padres, A. Fans went with us at 54%. Survey says, oh, come on. Really? 3101. That's according to MapQuest. No kidding. Red Sox, A's. When you look at the map, I mean, just in the mind.
I thought Curtis was a little excited when he said the fans agree with you guys. It takes way too much joy.
Unmitigated joy.
Yeah.
Quick going 2 to Bonifacio. Flight out the left. One thing that has plagued Fister on occasion this year is the hiccup inning. So far, so good. Good, he's got it covered. 2 down. The Mariners tonight, they got Peguero on left, Gutierrez in center, and each row on right. On the infield, Kennedy, Ryan Ackley, and Smoke and Olivo catcher. Infante lined out to Ackley. Two hits for Florida, both came in the 2nd inning. Stanton and Wise. Look out. After tonight's game, Florida heads down to Oakland. Popped up.
I think that'll get out of play.
2nd row. Doug Fister even came over to help out. One-two pitch. He left it up and it got hit hard down into the corner. Infante digging for second. And the throw from Peguero cut off. 3rd hit for Florida. Comes with 2 outs here in the 3rd. Double for Infante. That's his 12th. Dangerous hitter here, Gabby Sanchez. Struck out in an 0-2 pitch his first time up. Fister. 2 strikeouts.
He was able to get him to chase a slider off the plate.
Strike 1. Right-hander's hitting .241 against Doug Fister. Broke his bat, popped it up. Kennedy's got it. Another 0 on the board. 5 hits total in the ball game. Good first 3 innings as Fister battles Anibal Sanchez. Hey, Mike.
Happy birthday. Like that they wore their visiting Mariner jerseys with them.
That's a couple points for him.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And that King's Crown, boy, those are becoming huge sellers. Top of the fourth, Justin Smoke to lead it off. Ackley and Olivo to follow. Catcher taking charge here. Hayes throws out Smoke. So Brett Hayes making the play. Here's Dustin Ackley. Lined out hard to right. Strike one to Dustin. Fooled on that one. 0-2. Sixth in strikeouts in the American League entering tonight's game. Jamal Sanchez. Hit well. Wise. Going to get over his head. It's sliced. They had a good line on him, and it's sliced. Here's Ackley going to dig for three. Got a real good chance of making it. Here's the throw to third. He's in safely. Dustin Ackley with a triple. His second triple since the call-up. He's a ball-to-bat guy, Mike.
And I told you that the ball jumps off of his bat. Bonifacio was playing a little too shallow. He was playing in about where they play Ichiro, and this ball is leaned on right here by Ackley. Just a line drive. Wise, out in center field. Wasn't able to get near it. Well, get out to the wall in a hurry. Marlins will bring their infield up with Olivo coming to the plate, just one out.
Yeah, Wise had a read from, and I'm looking right at Wise. Pitch to Olivo. Uh-oh, they got him in trouble. No, he got back safely. Boy, he hit it right on the screws. Third baseman Dobbs.
It was a one-hop bullet right at him.
Boy, that's a tough break.
Infield up, limit the range, but when you hit it right at him. Take a look at Ackley getting a big secondary lead. Ball gets hit hard. Has to scramble back in.
That's a 5-3 HH. Hit hard. Figueroa with 2 outs. See if he can deliver. Strike one. So Figueroa, Ryan, Ichiro, and Ackley all have 2 triples as far in the season. Not playing Figueroa particularly deep either. One pitch. All 2 strikes.
That's the pitch that he needs to cover. It's right in his wheelhouse. He likes the ball down and middle end.
One, 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with Ackley at third. There's a definite pattern on how they're trying to work.
Yeah, staying in on his hands. Trying to keep him from getting him extended.
Two outs. Ackley at third. Pay it off right here. 3-2 to Figueroa. Little string, 84 miles an hour, strikes him out. It's a fifth strikeout for Sanchez as he dodges a bullet here in the top of the fourth. Still no score.
They can't get him in. Hi, friends. Angie Mintic here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Texas Rangers leading the AL West today. They were facing the New York Mets, and the Rangers leading the AL West. 3-2. New York was leading this one in the second. That's when Carlos Beltran lines a shot back up the box off of Derek Holland's foot into center field. 2-run score. Mets help out the AL West, beating Texas 8-5. Dave?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Hanley Ramirez, Greg Dobbs, Mike Stanton here in the bottom of the fourth. It's one thing about when you have a quiet crowd. It says screams overrated as he takes a 1-0 pitch into right field. Ramirez is one of those guys, as we mentioned, a .313 career hitter. Started tonight at .218. We check in on the batting averages, and at the end of the season, he's going to be up close to that number.
I would say good luck for the pitchers in July and August. He looks pretty good to me in this series so far.
Yep. Fourth hit for the Marlins. Greg Dobbs struck out first time. All right. Old timer, mezzanine level, dressed like he played for the House of David back in the 40s, just gave that kid the baseball. Smoke. 3-6-3 double play. Well turned.
Have to catch a break every now and then, and Doug Fister does on this last pitch that he threw to Dobbs. Ball is hit on the button. Smoke comes up with it cleanly. It was hit so hard it ended up being an easy double play. Nice job by Brendan Ryan. Not trying to throw it 90 miles an hour across the diamond. Gave Smoke plenty of time to get back because he knew he had time. The ball was hit so hard.
Nice job by Scott Barry, the second base umpire, to get out of the way too. Strike one to Stanton, single to center on the 2-2 pitch his first time. Up the middle, Ryan. Not by much, I tell you what. That's a fine play. That is a fine play. Stanton only beat it by about a step. He didn't quit on it, stayed with it all the way. This is something.
Yeah, Stanton can really run, but Brendan gets rid of it quickly. He was playing over in the hole. Look how quickly he gets rid of it. Feet in the air as he throws it. That's all arm strength. And barely beats it out. I didn't think he'd have a play at all. almost stolen out for Doug Fister.
And go back to my friend Mike Claiborne, who works Cardinal broadcast, said Ryan was the best shortstop since Mr. Smith in St. Louis. We've seen it here, boy. He has been something else. Dwayne Wise, he got a base at the center last time. One, two. Fister, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Sanchez, 5 strikeouts and no walks. Oh, 2 pitch. Ooh, off the fist. It was foul. That's a good pitcher's pitch right there.
Well, it is an 0-2 pitch, and he tries to swing at it and then run out of the way at the same time, and it is. That's right off the knuckles.
Two out standing at first. 0-2. Just got a piece of it. All about the pitchers tonight. Fister and Sanchez. Fouled off. Retired Sparky Anderson's number in Detroit today. Well-deserved honor for the late great Hall of Famer. Outside. Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium. Tampa Bay 14-10 at Houston, a winner. Runner goes, pitch. Inside, and a stolen base standing up for Stanton. As Olivo couldn't make the transfer.
Unfortunate because he had a good pitch to handle. Pitch that was up. Gets him up out of his crouch to throw it. He knows it too. And ended up dropping the ball.
First stolen base for Stanton. 2-2 to Wise. Ground ball smoke. Very effective inning for Doug Fister. Anybody deserves some good fortune on this Mariners starting rotation that has pitched well, it's Doug Fister. No score, and a 4. Mariners and the Marlins. Not a lot of offense in this game, eh? Look at Gutierrez taking a strike. Goody, Fister, and Ichiro 8-9-1.
Well, let's go ahead and manufacture one. Franklin hit a double. Fister bunt him over. Ichiro sack fly. Mariners get on the scoreboard. What do you think?
I'm with our audience. I'll sign the petition right now. Kid's a good pitcher. 2.90 ERA coming into tonight. Slicing drive. Wise will have to run like crazy. Wow, what a catch. Oh, baby. That's the guy that set the Burley note a perfect game a year ago. Man, he ran that baby down. Good play. Woo.
Thought maybe we had our double the first part of it. Wise played shallow. Franklin hits us pretty well. But a nice running catch. Woo, right at the top of the glove. Nice play.
Did a great jump.
He did.
And that time, with the slice that time, he reacted. He had a chance to react better than he did on the triple by Ackley. The one that Ackley hit was at him, and all of a sudden he got to it, and then it changed on him, and he couldn't change with it quickly. Fister getting his money's worth.
He looks like he's trying to get himself the lead.
He's trying to leave the yard,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Why not? Guess what? He's got a gapper. Doug Fister, everybody. Almost tripped going around first.
Easy.
Really. Good call. Very good call. I was telling Pineda about that the other day. I said, I was glad to see you go station to station, big fella, when he got that base hit a couple of days ago. Doug Fister. Angie talked about him being in the first group today, getting his hacks paid off.
Oh, no 2 pitch. He gets a fastball down and away. Splits the gap out in left center field. He's thinking triple right out of the box, Dave.
Yes, he is. He gets a great carry and a great roll. So Ichiro can pick him up. You're only going to, the way these guys are going, you're only going to get so many opportunities. Ichiro tonight, base hit to right, fly out to center.
There it is.
That'll get Fister at third. So a nice setup here. Doug Fister, as you know, obviously is a right-handed thrower. Why does he bat left-handed? That's our Geico quote.
I'm kind of screwed up in a lot of ways. I'm kind of left-handed. And I'm
Your words.
Handed. Yeah, my words. I'm pretty screwed up. I'm, quote unquote ambidextrous at a lot of things. So, being able to hit left-handed and throw right-handed, there's just a lot of different things that I do backwards.
I like how I just said your words. Done that a lot when I was a newspaper reporter. It said that, you said that, pal. I get it on tape. Okay, I get it right here. You said it. Pitching coach Randy St. Clair out for a couple of words with the infield and his pitcher Sanchez with Ryan. And one of the things I'm sure he told him is that Ryan has operated the squeeze nicely a couple of times here.
I think that would be a bold call with your pitcher at third.
He's got 9 sacrifice hits. That would be an unbelievably bold call. I'm hearing it. But you see how difficult it is scoring runs.
And that being said, Doug Fister runs well. He's a good enough athlete. I don't think sliding into home would be much of an issue for him.
It's one of those things.
But still,
I hear you. I'm hearing you, but I'm saying, maybe he thinks with that, it's like, I know you think I won't do it, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Element of surprise is a big part of it.
That's what you're looking for. Clean base hit right field, 1-0 Mariners. He took the bunt right out of the equation. Base hit for Ryan. RBI number 24. Second hit to right field. He's got a 2-for-3 night. Doug Fister got it started with one out, a double, moved to third on each row, hitting out Ryan with an RBI.
Yeah, Ryan with a couple of hits in the game, both of them into right field. Solid base hit.
Took one, Adam Kennedy grounded out to short, and a strikeout. Out 2-1, a run in. Bouncing ball to the second baseman Infante to Ramirez, and that's all they'll get. Ryan looking at his right hand. That's not good, as he did a roll in there.
Well, you can see maybe the tips of the fingers. Sometimes you can jam them. He has that guard on to protect his wrist and his thumb. He's looking. That's his throwing hand, his right hand. We'll see if we can see it. It's his right hand. Yeah, he just jams it into the front edge of the bag. You can see him put his hand back down, trying to avoid being kicked by Ramirez as he gets out of the way. He just jams his fingers into the bag. Hopefully he'll be okay. You can see his right hand coming in with his fingers. Right there, he just jams it into the front edge of the bag.
Well, here's Smoke, who's 0 for 2, a strikeout looking, and a dribble in front of the plate thrown out by the catcher. So he's looking for a quality at bat right here.
Another look at Brendan. Brings his hand down quickly because he didn't want to get kicked, and he ends up jamming it in the bag. We'll take a look at it. Hopefully he'll be okay. He is so important to this club. A club that relies on its pitching and defense. He's a big part of that defensive equation.
Trying to get some feel in there. 1-0 to Smoke. Mariners have a run in, 2 on. First run of the ball game by the Mariners. Run on 6 hits. No runs, 5 hits for Florida. One to Smoke. Did not go. This is Wally Bell. Ain't have enough runs. Let's see if Smoke can pick up a couple here. That is a foul ball. Boy, oh boy. That's a good wood on it.
Justin gets the fastball that he wants. Right on the inside corner and pulls it right down the line. Unfortunately, it is foul.
Two and two. Sanchez has really been doing a consistent job working Smoke on the inner third, as well as Peguero. Power hitting lefties.
3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Adam Kennedy will take off from first. Justin Ackley waits on deck.
Pay off the Smoke. Bouncing ball. Sanchez will take it. Feed to Sanchez, and that'll do it. Gabby to Anibal. Mariners pick up a run. RBI by Ryan. It's 1-0 Seattle. Inning with Florida coming to bat. What's the greatest moment in the rich history of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game? We'll join the Midsummer Classics debate. Go to MLB.com/moments to cast your ballot. Doug Fister's got a 1-0 lead. We can post yet another 0 on the board here in the home fifth. Brett Hayes, pitcher Sanchez, and Bonifacio. 8-9-1.
You always worry about your pitcher's legs after they've had to run the bases, especially these guys in the American League. They're not used to doing it.
Ball goes out to Ackley. It's not touched by Fister. 1 out. Benefit that Doug gets tonight, it's not the heat and humidity that he was running in a few days ago in Washington. Big difference. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Atlanta for 3. See Larry Wayne, Chipper Jones and company. Day off on Thursday, San Diego, then back on the road, Oakland and the Angels back into divisional play. Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer, wrote a long op-ed that AP ran today saying let's get rid of interleague ball. Jim Leyland, he's on record. Smitty wants to see more divisional play. He would prefer, he's of the mind that a lot of people are, to 15-team leagues and try to reduce the travel as much as possible. Play your teams in your league, or go to a divisional situation. Just get rid of interleague play and stay with what you have now as a divisional setup. Interesting debate. Then I heard Dave Winfield say it makes for interesting conversation. But with the next collective bargaining agreement coming up, there's a lot of other things on the table that may not get addressed. So that's going to be interesting as we go down the road. Smoke puts it away off the bat of Sanchez.
Well, I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but the attendance numbers show that the fans like it.
Yep.
And if the fans like it and the attendance is up, Dave.
And the cash register's going cha-ching.
I don't see it going anywhere.
But it's become a lively debate in baseball the last week, 10 days. And will, I'm sure, carry through for the next few months. Bunt shown, fouled off by Bonifacio. Quick 2 outs here in the fifth. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Smitty was also adamant about going back to the days when he played, where the All-Star game was special, the World Series was special because the familiarity was not what it is now. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. Fister a strike away from posting that 0. Inside, ball 1. Certainly this Florida-Seattle matchup is not a classic geographical rivalry as Peguero goes up, makes the play, and Fister does his job. 1-2-3 in the fifth. 1-0. He's been snake bitten all year. May want to get Doug Fister a few more runs. The Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have fans in the ballpark tonight, this Sunday, as well as you at home. Mariner baseball, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew, 1-0 on the Brendan Ryan 5th inning RBI single. Here's Ackley to lead it off. Ackley, Olivo, and Peguero. Ackley lined out to right, tripled to right center. 1-2.
Sanchez has had to throw a lot of pitches in this game. 92 pitches for him here in the 6th inning with nobody out.
And Ackley is down on strikes. All right, a little something different here tonight regarding Rally Fries. You folks at home, you pick the winner. Text A if you like this one. Text B if you like Mariners Princess. How about C?
Jack Newby.
I think I'm almost 5. You can never go wrong with a cute kid. And this isn't bad either. Text D.
Dad needs some Rally Fries, paying for the tuition.
You and I as dads, we need to sock it in on the Big Papa there. Strikeout was number 6 for Sanchez as we look at Olivo.
Too much pressure on me tonight. Good to let the fans vote.
It's Sunday night. Take a blow.
Yeah, thank you.
Sanchez at a metronome pace here. Olivo struck out. Hit a hard smash to third. One hop smash. That was with Ackley at third. Couldn't score him. 2-2. I like that. They now it sounds like they went to the Wizard of Oz and got that OEO Olivo. They went to the Wizard of Oz. Pick up where the King's Court Company left off a few nights ago. 3-2 pitch.
The last time they were really into it, he hit a home run. So let's go.
Yeah, that was walking. I was wondering what I was waiting for. First walk in the ballgame.
Brings up Carlos Peguero. I have a feeling he's going to see a few fastballs inside. Take a look at Miguel Olivo.
He wants to hit. Hey, wait a minute. Dude, it's ball 4. Got a great smile. Peguero hit by a pitch and a strikeout. Pitch number 100. I was talking to Wes Helms before the game, the infielder for Florida. He says, "Who is that kid? That ball got out of here in a hurry." Talking about the home run that Peguero hit last night on a 2-1 pitch with 2 outs in the 5th. Runner goes. Swung on and oh, what a play! And Infante throws out Peguero. A layout dive. Fine play by Omar Infante. Two outs. That's a great effort.
I thought that one was going to get through for Peguero. Nice play by Infante. Fortunately, Olivo was on the move. Otherwise, he'd have just flipped it over to second base. But he was able to get down into scoring position. So maybe Franklin Gutierrez come up with a clutch hit if they let him hit. You have the pitcher on deck and Doug Fister.
Early results on the Rally Fries. The kid's leading by a few percentage points. Jack Newby. Keep voting. We'll keep the polls open for a little while longer. Gutierrez trying to pick up a run here. 2 outs.
You know, from my short stint in the National League, when you're hitting eighth and you get into these situations, managers would like for you to expand the strike zone because you have the pitcher on deck, and a lot of times they can pitch around you a little bit. They'd rather have Franklin swinging the bat, although Doug Fister has a double in the game.
It's a left center. It was impressive. They really are playing the Mariners shallow in the outfield. 1-1 to Goody. Mike Dunn starting to heat up. Mike pitched 2 innings on Friday night. Two. Levo's at second. 2 down. Trader Jack. Chance to meet with his buddies, the O'Brien twins, famous Seattle University tandem. They went to high school together. St. Mary's High School, South Amboy, New Jersey. They say he's 12 days older than the O'Brien twins. 80 years old. 2-2.
One of the better pitches for Franklin to hit. It's on the outside corner, but the pitch is up.
With 8 RBIs on the season, he's got a 2-2 count, 2 outs and a runner at second. Sanchez ready. Levo takes his lead, and that goes right to Infante. So they leave Levo stranded at second base. Home 6 coming up. 1-0 Mariners. One nothing Mariners on an RBI by Brendan Ryan that scored Doug Fister. That was back in the 5th inning. And together we can send your favorite Mariners to the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix. Vote online up to 25 times. Mariners.com/vote. You can win 4 All-Star Club tickets and a jersey autographed by Felix Hernandez. Vote early, vote often. Vote right now at mariners.com/vote. Infante, Sanchez, and Ramirez, 2, 3, and 4 coming up against Doug Fister. Fister's given up 5 hits, struck out 2, hasn't walked anybody. Doug looks for his first win since May 30th.
Left-hander Dunn keeps throwing in the Marlins bullpen. So Sanchez, I think his 9th is finished. The Mariners did a fine job getting his pitch count up tonight.
Nice one hopper to Adam Kennedy. Easy throw to smoke one out. Just looking at Fister's numbers, he's got 4 no decisions. Twice he's left with a lead, and twice he's left with the score tied. Let's check out our Banner Bank building to the future. How about Nick Franklin, the infielder at High Desert? 275 batting average, OPS is 767. He's promoted to Double-A Jackson. And he's off to a great start with Seager going from Double-A to Triple-A. This young man has put up some numbers as well. Seager at Double-A Jackson, 312 batting average. And he's 6 for 13 since being called up to Tacoma. Look out. And a domino effect started with Dustin Ackley being called up from AAA here to the big club.
Be careful down there, Katie.
0-2 to Gabby Sanchez. Strikeout, pop to third. There's a base hit. Half a dozen hits now for the Florida Marlins. No crime giving up a hit to Gabby Sanchez. 3-hole hitter, tied for 7th in the National League in hits.
And he was hitting an even 300 coming into the game. CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Doug Fister topping out at 92. Sanchez, fine pitcher for the Marlins, 94 miles an hour.
There's Ramirez. Down to Kennedy. Ackley, smoke around the horn for the double play. Second double play tonight by the Mariners. And Doug Fister is through 6. And he's got a 1-0 lead. Let's send it down to Angie Menting.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Doug Fister throws right-handed. We all know that. He bats left-handed. We figured that out as well this evening. But the strange thing is he can also throw left-handed. It's true. He has a left-handed glove, and a lot of times he will play catch left-handed with that glove when his right arm is tired. And just to prove the point, he picked up a ball in front of me and threw it out to center field, and there was no difference between him throwing that left-handed or right-handed. In fact, he says that he has thought about getting up on the mound and messing with it just a little bit, throwing left-handed and right-handed.
He needs to search out Greg Harris so he can do the ambidextrous
finger glove and just switch it around.
Yep. So how about the gentleman who started the rally, Mike Flowers, was none other than
Doug Fister.
How about that?
A double into the gap out in left center field. The Mariners looking for some offense. Doug decided to help out his own cause with a double. Then Ichiro. Fister not sure if Ramirez was going to have a play, so he'll move up one base to third. And then Brendan Ryan, his second base hit of the game. This one drives in a run. And that's where we're at. 1-0. Doug Fister with the lead.
I like what you said. He was thinking triple out of the box.
Oh, yeah. Almost missed first base.
Here's a threat. New pitcher's Mike Dunn. Mike Dunn, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs on Friday night. Anibal Sanchez is done for this evening.
Look at the numbers for Mike Dunn. 4.25 ERA. 36 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 188. And he has given up 6 home runs.
All in 2 strikes to Fister. Puts it in play to Ramirez. 1 out. Beginning tomorrow, the Atlanta Braves visit Seattle for the first time in 8 years. It's a 3-game interleague series and a rare chance to see Chipper Jones, Brian McCann, Jason Hayward, and the Braves, plus all kids 14 and under. Pick up a new Mariners cap thanks to Boeing. For tickets to see the Mariners and Braves, visit mariners.com/tickets. McCann, the All-Star catcher, hit a home run for the National League Cup and win the All-Star game last year. And Chipper Jones, Hall of Famer, and Jason Hayward, a terrific young player, just back off the DL. Two-hit night for Ichiro. Ichiro 0 for 1 against Dunn. Team hit leader with 88. Strike on the inside corner. Atlanta Braves club, they lost today while Philly won, so Atlanta now 5 behind Philadelphia in the National League East. Texas lost, Angels lost, and Oakland lost. Mariners with a chance to move back into second place. Get back to the 500. 2-2. Swing and miss. Ichiro is gone. 2 outs. For Ichiro, just the 26th time he struck out. Two outs here in the 7th. Brendan Ryan, he's got base hits to right his last 2 times up in the 5th. Drew Scherzer drove in the only run of the ball game.
Keep an eye on him in this at bat. He jammed his fingers into second base. And we're looking at his hands. We'll see what kind of, it'll be his top hand, his right hand here as he's hitting.
$10,925 tonight. Here at Safeco Field, they announced the attendance. 2-0 to Ryan. Tried to check his swing, did not do so. 2-1.
It looks like his hand is fine. Typically on a check swing, if his hand was bothering him, he would have taken it off the bat in a hurry, but he didn't do that at all.
Three and one. Laughing because I looked down as the wave was going by. One of the ushers came out and turned to his section and went, yeah. 3-1 to Ryan. It's a walk. 2-out base runner with Adam Kennedy coming up. Let's keep your eye going green by riding Sound Transit to work. Visit soundtransit.org for details. AK is 0 for 3 tonight. Adam Kennedy 0 for 2 against Mike Dunn. Ball down low, 1-1. Count goes to 1-2. Adam Kennedy with Justin Smoke on deck.
Left-hander Dunn has a good arm. He was throwing 93 miles an hour Friday night. That last pitch was 95 to Adam Kennedy. See why he has more strikeouts than innings pitched.
On 2 strikes. Run on 6 hits for the Mariners, no runs on 6 hits for the Marlins. Runner goes. Fouled off. Mariners in the month of June, record of 10-13. Marlins, who not too long ago were 10 games over 500 at 3-21. Kennedy, a slicing drive left field, and it's caught by Bonifacio. 3rd out. That'll do it. Doug Fister for the 5th consecutive start is going to get into the 7th inning. He's got a 1-0 lead.
brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Hi, friends. Andrew Mentink here at the Northwest Sports Desk, and we are playing a rare Sunday night game. In fact, this was the first ever 7-10 Sunday night game here at Safeco Field. The reason why? Well, largely because they were playing soccer across the street, and an absolutely gorgeous day for soccer over at CenturyLink Field. Sounders hosting the New England Revolution. 39th minute, game tied at 1, but not for long. Seattle with some nice passing in the box, and Alvaro Fernandez curls one on net. Matt Reese gets a hand on it, but can't keep it out. The Sounders win it 2-1. Dave, back upstairs. See, we just need to complete this doubleheader. Sounders win, and the Mariners win.
That would be a pretty good daily double. Thank you, Angie. But Doug Fister, fans enjoying themselves tonight. It's been the 5th consecutive game here in the month of June. 5th consecutive start for Fister to get into the 7th inning. He's gone 7-8, 7-8 his previous 4 starts.
And again, he has been efficient with his pitch count. 79 pitches for Doug, 59 strikes, 20 balls. Talking to Rick Riz on the pregame show about the Mariners starting 5, and it looks like they have a real shot at shattering the strikeout record for a starting rotation for the Mariners.
Oh, no question. That and probably got to be 3-4 other records wouldn't shock me,
well,
right?
I would say what you're talking about, one as a total of 5 starting pitchers pitching into the 7th inning or later. They have to be way ahead in that category as well.
Greg Dobbs leads it off.
I mean, I would think that the ERA is right there for him.
I'm sure you're of the same mind as I am. Boy, if this club get hit, let's see, the ball club comes in hitting 228. If this club get hit 260, he might have a 4-5 game lead, for crying out loud, in this division.
Well, all I could say to that is they have some young guys on this club that are up here right now, and maybe the second half they start to flourish a little bit as they get more and more comfortable, and we can change that some.
Count me in.
He's one of them. Dustin Ackley has a triple in the game tonight.
How about the fact for Ackley? It's already his 2nd triple. Just his 9th game. He's got a home run. So a lot of first. This one. Gliding over his Gutierrez for the first out.
Well, the thing, coming out of spring training, I think they knew they had a good pitching staff. No, a little unsure of what Pineda was going to do. You could certainly see the talent, but until you get into it, into the fire, you don't know. And he's obviously 5 stars across the board. And then a healthy Eric Bedard has helped.
It's been tremendous.
And then you know what you're going to get from Vargas and Fister and Felix. But Eric, I think, has been the biggest difference for them. One of the better left-handers in the league right now.
2-hit night for Stanton. Folding.
But with that being said, moving forward, you see these young guys coming up here and watch them do what they do this year. You have to be encouraged about what's going to be happening here over the next few years.
Ryan takes care of it. And retires Mike Stanton for the first time tonight. It's good to hear those reports. We saw the report, the domino effect. Ackley coming up, he's produced up here. Seager's going AA to AAA. He stays hot, and then the Franklin kid comes up to AA, and he continues to swing the bat.
Nick Franklin, a high draft pick for the Mariners, and Al Seager. We had a chance to see him in spring training. I was really impressed with the way that young man handles himself.
Another kid poised at the plate. Good body language. This is Dwayne Wise, center fielder. He singled to center and grounded out to Smoke at first. Ackley. That's a fine play. How about Doug Fister? How about Doug Fister, everybody? Through 7. He's got a 1-0 lead. How about a few more Geicos? Get some insurance runs. Baseball Root Sports as we look at the gorgeous sky above here at Safeco Field. Tonight about Rally Fries. They're the winners. As you take a look at that was D, 72%. A lot of fathers out there. You guys are out there voting, huh? I like that. You got a slight problem. They booked.
They wait around for the prize?
I mean, come on.
Oh, there they are, the empty seats.
All right, so being that they can't serve as Mr. and Mrs. America, we'll have to get the second place finisher.
Jack Newby won?
Let's see. Well, we'll find out after the batter.
All right.
0-1 to Smoke. So for 3 tonight. Smoke, Ackley, and Olivo here in the 8th inning. So one thing, Wayne Wise consistently plays a shallow center field.
Everybody.
Man, looking out there thinking he's about 5 steps back. It looked like he moved in.
What that tells you is he's really comfortable going back on the ball.
I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a talent too.
It is. And if you can play that shallow because you're confident you can go back, obviously you're going to take away some hits in front of you. Line drives that would normally be a base hit and come in and make a catch.
First guy that comes to mind. Some foul out of play. The great center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles, 69-70. I'm pretty sure it was 69-70. Paul Blair.
Paul Blair.
Webb is getting ready. Good guy. Paul Blair. Ryan Webb. Bounce it up there. Paul Blair, center fielder in the 69, 70, 71 Oriole American League Championship teams. Lose to the Mets, beat the Pirates, lose to no, I got it back. They lose to the Mets, beat the Reds, and lose to the Pirates. It's 3 years. Full count here to Smoke leading off in the 8th. Second inning for Mike Dunn. Now, I got a lot of bite on that pitch. It is the second strikeout for Dunn. Rally Fries. So, People's Choice, they left. So, the second choice, they're going to win. Jack Newby. Look at little Jack. Go get him, Jack.
His 5th birthday will be on July 7th.
Baby Jack. Grandpa Chuck on the left. It was his idea to put this together. I hope that's a brother and not just some guy. Back up this way, right near Rick Riz. Matter of fact, it goes into the radio booth on the carom.
Dan Wilson. It looked like it was at Dan. Hopefully Dan didn't make an error. I doubt that he did. He probably was able to handle it. That away, Jack.
There's another one. Riz will reach out for that one out just below. Riz is forever reaching for foul balls. I told him, I said, several broken fingers later, we'll send you a get well card. Here's Marilyn Niehaus on the left. They didn't even see the second. Incoming, Kevin. Incoming.
Rick Riz.
Got to get him a fishing net, right?
Former JV second baseman for the Salukis, always alert.
Oh, and 2 strikes. It's one of his greatest ambitions is to get a foul ball. Nice to see Mrs. Niehaus here.
Yeah, Marilyn in the house. It's good to see her.
2-2 to Ackley. On the money. That's a fair ball off the bag. He'll hold right there. Barreled up nicely there, Mike. Man, that kick.
He's hit the ball hard 3 times tonight.
So I got the bag. We saw that. I believe he got the umpire as well. First base umpire Corey Blazer.
Cost Dustin a double. Take a look at it. Hit it hard right down the line. It'll hit the base, come up, and then hit the umpire right off the corner of the base.
He went right into it.
Oh, he moves right into it.
Oh, man. Come on. That's a tough break. He just stayed where he was. He'd have been good.
Oh, no. He, Corey Blazer.
Welcome back, everybody, to Safeco Field. A 1-0 lead for the Mariners. They've got 1 out, 1 on. Interesting play as Dustin Ackley hits a ball hard. It hits the first base bag and then caroms off the first base umpire, Corey Blazer, who moved into the ball. It stayed where it was.
Fine in foul territory.
Yeah.
Stay over there.
Cost Ackley already has a triple, and I'm sure he's already issued his apologies. New pitcher is Ryan Webb, a 6'6" right hand. Clearwater, Florida, lives in Palm Harbor, Florida. Olivo, the hitter. Miguel is 0 for 2 of the walk as you look at the profile for Mr. Webb. June 19th, Webb suffered his first loss since May 13th at St. Louis. He had 18 appearances between 2 losses. Came over from San Diego with Edward Mujica for Cameron Maben last November. They will try to come through again. Tied with Smoke, 12 home runs, team lead. 1-2.
At 6'6", slinging it sidearm at 95 miles an hour. That's tough. His fastball moving down and in to Olivo. He's swinging over the top of it.
Ackley taking a lead, not a big one. 1-2. Pitch out. Back safely.
It looked like Dustin was going and then saw the pitch out. Scrambled back into first.
Brett Hayes, the catcher. Back up to John Buck. Zach McKeon, 80 years old, only Connie Mack older. As a manager in baseball history. Down to the third baseman, Dobbs. Just got him. To second goes Ackley. 2 outs. Wednesday afternoon, Mariners and Braves, they wrap up a 3-game interleague series, and for as low as $14 per person, groups of 4 to 12 can get a ticket to Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. Fantastic deal, includes a hot dog, Pepsi, and a ticket to the game. So take advantage. Go to mariners.com/specials.
They're going to put Carlos on so they can get to the right-handed hitter in Gutierrez.
Second intentional walk for Peguero. Jack joked around the other day. Hey, I thought to put on a suit and look like Connie Mack. Just for one game. What the heck? Dave Van Horn, who is the radio voice of the Marlins, is going into the Hall of Fame. Ford C. Frick Award winner about a month from today. He grew up north of Philly, would go to Philly to watch games in the 40s. And he was telling me today, he said he told his dad, he asked his dad, he says, who's that guy over there down there with the straw hat and the suit and everything? That was Connie Mack. They've gone to games in the late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, look at the left-hander Randy Choate in the bullpen for the Marlins. He's getting ready.
And he threw a third of an inning last night.
Franklin's hit the ball hard his last 2 times up, and unfortunately doesn't have anything to show for it. A nice running catch by Wise in center field, and then he lined out to the second baseman.
Well, he's 0 for 3 against Webb. See if he can break that right here. 2 outs, runners at first and second. A run on 7 hits for the Mariners, no run, 6 hits for Florida. All 1. David Pauly up and throwing for the Mariners. One to 1 to count. Webb reminds me a little bit of Justin Masterson. Same size, but 6'6", 6'7".
Throwing from the side, yeah.
That pitch is murder right there, right on your hands. Two and 1. And Ackley at second. Peguero at first. Bouncing ball to Infante. And they get the third out on the force of Peguero. So Webb does his job. It's still 1-0 Mariners. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by AT&T. By Jack in the Box, where you can get anything on the menu any time of day. And by Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. Lunch starts at only $11.99 only at your Pizza Hut. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers, the Root Sports crew. How about Doug Fister? About to start the 8th inning. And this has been a normal occurrence this month of June here, Mike.
Efficient, 88 pitches going into the 8th. No walks, no runs, and a pinch hitter.
Logan Morrison, we saw him a couple of days ago.
Jose Lopez out on deck, so he will hit for the pitcher.
Morrison, an outfielder, is Jose. Pinch hitter here in the 8th, followed by another pinch hitter. Outside, 1-2. Morrison in the Friday night game won by the Mariners 5-1. Morrison played left field and went 0 for 3.
He's been solid for the Marlins, though, hitting .267 coming into the game, 9 home runs.
One, two. Strike 3 call. Doug Fister racks up strikeout number 3. It's his first strikeout since the 2nd inning. And former Mariner Jose Lopez. He pinch hit in the 9th inning on Friday night. Pinch hit second. Check that. That was in the 7th inning. It flied out the ball. Ball for strike.
For 13 as a pinch hitter in his career.
Not anymore.
Base hit.
Base hit. The Mariners have turned 2 double plays. A third would do Fister quite well coming up here.
From his time with the Mariners, we all know he likes the ball close to him. This pitch is on the inside corner. Flips a line drive out in the left field.
Top of the order, and Emilio Bonifacio. No, Lopez not a running threat. Bonifacio 3 fly balls tonight. Left, center, and left.
Good bunt.
That's a very good bunt. Bare hand by Kennedy. Yes, sir. Good by Smoke. Bonifacio thought he had it beaten. Jack McKeon, 80-year-old, gone out. Got a beef with Corey Blazer. 2 down.
Kennedy comes in with the barehanded play, has to throw back across his body. A good play by Smoke. This is tough. Sometimes you get tangled up with the runner. The ball will normally tail into him.
Just got him. It's a very good call. Yeah, very good call. That's not easy.
Well, we get on them when they get one wrong, but more times than not.
Particularly down there. Remember what Mike Brumley said? He says you'd be stunned how many plays they get right down.
Yes. Close plays like that one.
Yeah, and we're talking high. We're talking like 98, 99%. By the way, Jack showing me something. An old moderate sprint out there reminded me of Joe Paterno.
Yeah, he got to the foul line.
Yeah, he was done. But come on, he's 80. Come on, but I'm still, hey, still my man. 80 years old and sprinted to the foul line. That's good stuff. watching Coach Paterno lead the Nittany Lions out at 84 years old. 2 outs. Lopez at second. Omar Infante. Infante lined out to Ackley, doubled to left and grounded to third. One long. Missed. 2-1. Pfister trying to get his 4th win of the season. He's beat Detroit, Boston, and Baltimore. Win against Baltimore was his last victory back on May 30. Foul ball.
Doug is now at 101 pitches. David Pauly up in the Mariners pen again.
Dougie Fresh. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 8th. Jose Lopez at second. 4 in the second inning, and after that, settled in nicely. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. Wow. Fonte making a bid to tie it up. Taking a look. Pitch he wants. The 2-2 to Infante. Good foul again. Got one of the microphones down there. Put it back in the holder. No harm done. 2-2. Brother, Joey Espada had to really duck third base coach. And as he's in the closest to the third base part of the box.
And Doug just keeps throwing 2-seam fastballs in on the hands of Infante. He can't do anything with it but pull it foul. Look at that. All fastballs. The 8th pitch of the at-bat's coming up.
Mariners won the first game 5-1. Marlins won last night 4-2. It's the rubber match. We're in the 8th. 2-2. Out again.
Another one. Look at the tracer, the 9th pitch coming up. All those pitches inside to Infante. Pulled them all foul, all of them on the ground.
Do it again at 2-2. Pitch. Stand with it. Mr. working hard, trying to shut down Florida here in the 8th.
Pitch it back.
Third.
Battle of wills at this point.
That's exactly right. Mr. 6-14 a year ago at 4.11 ERA.
Well, you said it earlier, Eric Wedge likes the way this man competes, and that's what he's doing right now. Game on the line.
Fonte looked like he moved up in the box, popped it up. Olivo takes a look, no play. One of the longer at bats we've seen this year. The wheels are turning. Two and two. Base hit. Lopez comes around to score, ties it at 1-1. Hard luck story continues.
A real shame
for Doug Fister. RBI for Infante is 24th. 13th double on the season for him. Comes Carl Willis, pitching coach.
Infante able to get to that pitch because it was down. You can see the 12th pitch on the inside corner and down. But easier pitch to get the barrel to it, and that is a shame. All those other pitches inside were about belt high.
Fonte wins that battle, ties the score at 1-1. He's at second. Gabby Sanchez singled to left his last time up. It hit him. Oh, brother.
Yeah, he hits him with a breaking ball.
It's a first hit batter. For Doug Fister. Now brings hard hitting shortstop Hanley Ramirez up. Ramirez lined out hard to the shortstop, single to right, hit into a double play. Ground ball to Ryan. Goes to Ackley. They get the 4, so the score remains tied. We played 8. Coming up for the Mariners will be a pinch hitter for Fister, Ichiro, and then Ryan.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Well, sometimes you just want to go on a crying jag for a guy, and allow me to do it for you right now for Doug Fister. Good grief. Tie score as we go to the ninth. Celebrate the best of the 80s at Turn Back the Clock night at Safeco Field this Friday. Mariners and Padres turn the clock back to 84 and sport their retro unis. Fans are encouraged to dress in their 80s best. Join that costume contest 5:10 to 7:10 p.m. That'll be on the main concourse near section 187. Plus, the first 20,000 fans take home a Mariners Vice poster, and it's a good one thanks to Seattle Magazine. Get your tickets today, mariners.com/tickets. Buck Owens, Ray Charles, Crying Time Again. Great song by two fabulous artists, and it would certainly be applicable to Doug Fister. He had a 1-0 lead and loses a long at-bat to Omar Infante as Fish bring on Leo Nunez, their closer.
Now we have Mike Carp pinch hitting for Doug. So far, all is not lost for Doug. Mariners come back and score a run right here. Turn this game over to Brandon Lee.
One to Carp. Carp was announced as a pinch hitter in the 7th. And in a counter move, they put Smoke in his place after Jack McKeon changed pitchers. 1 and 2.
Numbers for Doug: 111 pitches, no walks, 1 run. It was earned. 8 hits.
1 and 2 to Carp. 2-2. Ichiro and Ryan to follow. Way outside. 9-1-2 hitters tonight for the Mariners. Fister, Ichiro, and Ryan 5 for 10, a run, an RBI, and a double. 3-2 to Carp. And he works a walk. Good start here to the 9th.
Sean Pickens will come out, pinch run for Carp.
Pickens, pinch runner here in the 9th. Once in order.
Dobbs in on the grass at third. Brendan Ryan, who's driven in the only run for the Mariners in the game, is on deck.
Pitch to Ichiro. Higgins back safely. Ichiro 0 for 1 against Nunez. Nunez picked up his 21st save last night. Nunez ready. First pitch to Ichiro. Bunt. It is foul. Nunez, 3rd in the National League in saves, 21. Nunez, the 4th pitcher, is by Jack McKeon. Higgins lead at first. Pitch taken for ball, 1-1.
First bunt attempt, Ichiro tried to bunt it towards third. In this situation, if you can, you'd like to bunt it towards first. The first baseman holding the runner on, Dobbs. Oh, he was halfway to home by the time Ichiro squared around that time. If he bunts it firmly to him, they might have a play at second.
1-1. Wanted foul. Mariners have left 10 men on base tonight. They've left at least one on in each of the first 8 innings.
Take a look at Ichiro. Squares around early, giving himself up. Everything was pretty good, and then he drops the barrel of the bat. You can see his right hand is above his left, and typically when that happens, it'll foul off or you pop it up.
Ball and 2 strikes. Biggins 8 out of 14. His base stealing accomplishments on the season. Ichiro trying to move him up. 1-2. How about that? The Mariners have left at least one on in every inning. They left 2 on in the 5th, 2 in the 8th. There's your left on base numbers. One and 2 to Ichiro. Popped up. Play going to be made by Dobbs. 1 out. Right off the end of the bat. Here's the other thing too. Look at Logan Morrison now in left field. Dwayne Wise in center. And Stanton. Boy, these guys play shallow. Well, that's been the case all night. Wise is really shallow in center field. The only ball that's really beaten him is the triple by Ackley. This one is playable. First baseman Sanchez for the second out. Leave it up to Adam Kennedy. 2 foul outs, 2 quick outs, 1 on here in the 9th.
Let Figgins go here. He'll try to steal a base.
Daring do, why not? Florida in the bottom of the 9th will have Dobbs, Stanton, and Wise 5, 6, and 7. Higgins doesn't go. Pitch outside. John Buckman in catch.
Nunez likes his changeup. If Higgins can pick the right pitch and run on the changeup, I think he has a pretty good chance of getting down there.
Full dive by Figgy to get back. Higgins holds up high, 2-0. Higgins on at first. Here's his career profile. Start pinch hitting for Fister, walked. 2 foul outs, 2-0. Good count here for Kennedy. 2-0. Higgins at first. 3-0. Justin Smoke awaits. Kennedy 2 for 6 against Nunez. And a 4-pitch walk.
The club RBI leader coming up to the dish, Justin Smoak. Watching Nunez pitching this inning, Justin should know that the majority of the pitches are going to be away from him. Needs to look for something out over the plate.
Justin 0 for 4 tonight, strikeout looking. Swinging bunt thrown out by the catcher, ground out the first and a strikeout. Club RBI leader tied with Olivo. Team leadership in home runs 12. The Baker's does it. Strike one.
First pitch change up, middle away.
Two on, two out for the Mariners. Back into second place with a win here tonight. Back to 500 at 39 and 39. The 0-1. Strike two.
Look at the tracer of that last pitch. It was just off the plate away.
What's Nunez come back with here? 0-2, times called. Two. Reload. Doug Fister out of the game. If the Mariners can get a couple of runs here, he would be have a chance to win this ball game. If not, it could be another no decision for him. It's a nice ball game. Nunez taking a lot of time.
Buck, veteran catcher, been around for a long time. So the message is, you have him in an 0-2 count, you have an opportunity to waste a pitch or two here, see if you can get him to chase something. Just a matter of whether they want to go with a changeup down and away or elevate a fastball up out of the zone.
Just 2 for 15, 215, 2 for 10 for Smoak. Nunez ready. To outside, 1-2.
It's the best fastball we've seen from Nunez at 96 miles an hour.
Ball and 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Popped it up. Backing up second baseman Infante. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Mariners leave 2 more. That's a dozen they've left on base here tonight in this 1-1 game. Marlins here at Safeco Field here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Roots Sports crew. And how about the 12-pitch at bat with Infante back in the 8th? Mike, this was one that tied it up.
When you take a look at it, it's going to be a lot of two-seamers in on Infante. He just keeps going inside on him. Infante continues to foul pitches off. And all these pitches, if you'll notice, they're about bell ties, trying to elevate the ball on him. And he does a good job of it because Infante keeps getting around it and can't keep it fair. But eventually, one of those pitches is going to end up down and in. And that's the pitch that he hits for the double down into the corner to tie the ball game up.
Here's pitch number 11, and here's pitch number 12. Hello. Tough break. Doubles down the line. Scores pinch hitter Jose Lopez. There's the Pfister line. It was 111 pitches. David Pauly takes over. Eastside shift to the bullpen.
Numbers for Pauly: ERA 1.52 ERA for him. Opponent's average just 187.
Oh, and 2. Pauly on Thursday threw a scoreless inning, the 8th in Washington. So when I got on a plane, I said, good to be back up on a horse and get in there and get it. He says, you know it. He says, darn right. For giving up that crushing game winner. And he strikes out his first man here today, Greg Dobbs. Give up that home run and the 6-5 loss in the opener against Washington. Wilson Ramos got him.
This is a good changeup from David. Down out of the strike zone. You can see it diving down. Dobbs out in front of that pitch.
Gotta be careful here, Mike Stanton. Stays fair. This charge. Boy, kid gets down the line fast, but Kennedy throws him out quick. 2 outs.
See Adam playing back, has to come in a hurry. Fielded that perfectly, the way he gets around it a little bit so that when he gloves it, when he makes his throw, his momentum's going back towards first.
Dwayne Wise 1 for 3. So strike 1. Ryan throws out Wise. Extra frames coming up. Mariners are 3-3 in extra inning games. And they're going to have Ackley, Olivo, and Peguero coming up. Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. Mariners are 3-3 in extra innings. The Florida Marlins 4-9. We go to Angie Menting.
Dave, I've just got good news all the way around the AL West. Angels looking for a sweep of the Dodgers. Tied at 2 in the 9th. But Tony Gwynn Jr. gets to play the hero. He slices this offering into right field with 2 outs. That's going to score the winning run from second base, and the Dodgers avoid the sweep with a 3-2 walk-off win. So that makes tonight's game even more important for the Mariners. They'd be able to jump into second place.
All right, Angie, thank you. And Matt Kemp, he jumped on it. You saw him grab Tony Gwynn Jr. He does that on the street, he gets arrested. Where did that tradition start? Where he beat the daylights out of a guy who just gave you a game-winning hit?
I don't know, but the minute somebody gets hurt, it'll stop.
I mean, rally caps in form tonight. I mean, the other thing, too, what's amazing, too, you watch some of the highlights shows night after night. Kendry Morales, when he blew his leg up a year ago and change, people are still doing that, coming in and stomping on home plate. I mean, like getting airborne and coming down hard. I mean, that kid's going to lose, what, 2-3 years of his career, and guys are still doing it. Hello?
I have no answers for you.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know it's just more rhetorical than anything. Ackley, Olivo, and Peguero, 10th inning.
Dustin with a couple of hits in the game.
Tander Randy Choate takes over. Pitched a third of an inning last night. Mariners have left a dozen men on base tonight. At least one in every inning. 5th, 8th, and 9th, they left 2 on. Ball outside. A lot of activity. You got Greg Holman getting ready. Martinez may see an at bat here in the 10th. Lefty showed in the ball game. See Holman batting for Peguero. The other way, that's down the line. That is a fair ball off the bat of Dustin Ackley. Bouncing around the corner, Morrison can't pick it up, but Ackley will hold it second with a double. So Dustin Ackley with his 3rd hit tonight. He's got a triple, a single, and a double. How about him? First big league double.
Looks like he gets a fastball away from him. He does. It pitches up in the zone, middle of the plate, middle away. One of the few times we've seen him hit the ball the other way. Typically, he's been pulling the ball.
Hit it hard, too.
Thought about going to third when Morrison went to the ground.
So with Ackley at second base, Jack McKeon makes a move. He takes the left-hander Choate out and brings in Steve Chiswick, the right-hander, in this 1-1 game, top of the 10th. Have a runner at second base here in the top of the 10th inning. And a chance to take the lead again. As Jack McKeon brings in his 6th pitcher of the night.
Steve Chiswick on the mound, an ERA of 1.65. 16 1/3 innings pitched for him, 14 strikeouts, 2 walks. Side armor. Marlins have the corners up, ready for the bunt.
Levo, the hitter. Way outside, nice save by Buck. Strike 1. Scissor out of Falmouth, Mass. Lives in East Falmouth, Mass. 3 games with the Marlins last year. Foul ball. Miguel Olivo behind 1-2. Carlos Peguero, he's on deck. Drive to deep left. Morrison going back. He's got some room. Tagging is Ackley. And he is going to get to third safely.
That's up play.
Sure was. 1 out runner at third.
So many times you see fly balls that go out into left field, and the runners go about halfway. As you take a look at Olivo, yeah, he's telling them to tag up. Miguel knows what's going on, and Dustin does just that. But a lot of runners would be halfway on that and not think about tagging up. Heads up play by Dustin Ackley.
Randy St. Clair, the pitching coach, will come out. It's a 1 out runner at third.
The sidearm delivery, the left-handed hitters, which Peguero is, we'll get a good look at him. You have the right-handed hitter and Gutierrez on deck.
Edward Mojica is up and throwing.
And if you put Peguero on or walk him, you set yourself up for a double play ball. So I'm sure they're going through all of that on the mound right now. Looks like St. Clair is talking to Buck more than he is the pitcher, the veteran catcher.
And in the league, hopefully the Mariners will have to bring him in to put it in lockdown here if the Mariners can get a run or 2 or whatever. Both teams with a run on 8 hits on the board. The Mariners have left 12 men on.
They're going to put them on.
6 left on by Florida. So consecutive intentional walks to Peguero. So coming with 1 out. Chance for Goody to pick up a run. Franklin Gutierrez. And then the pitcher spot.
Left-handed hitters. The only one left is Jack Cust. On the bench you also have.
And it gets away. How about this? And he's in there safely. Oh, brother. Can you believe
that? We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, right. Remember that? Is that something?
Wow.
We've seen, what was it? There was something balked in a run to blow a game the other day. It was a wild pitch recently, and now this.
Just put him on.
Oh, man, did that thing take off.
If he ends up picking this in the short hop, I think they have a chance to get Ackley, right. But he's clearly in there. You can see the ball.
If he catches, he's there in good shape. 1 hop. Oh, he'd have been dead duck if he holds on to it. The Mariners will take this break, so it'll lead 2-1. the last time you saw that live? I mean,
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I mean,
I've definitely seen it before, but I can't remember the last time. It's been years.
3-1 to Peguero. 3-2. Man, oh man. Three and 2 here to Peguero. Struck him out. So Ackley paying attention. Watching. Say, hey, there we go. Got a chance. Scores. And now you can bring in Lee. 2 outs. What a strange game. Heck of a night for Ackley. Triple, single, double. Big runs scored. Two down. Mariners lead 2-1. Now play. Oh, and 2 the count. Brandon Lee is getting ready. Save leader in the American League. Way outside. One, two. Trying to intentionally walk him, a wild pitch. Two and 2. The old coach used to say, boys, you never know.
I've heard the argument to save time, just put him on and then just run him down there without having to throw the ball wide.
Right. Yeah,
that's exactly the reason why they do it.
Mm-hmm. You got to execute the play. 2 and 2. Full count. Jack Cust on deck just in case. 2 outs. A run in. Payoff pitch here to Gutierrez. Off his foot, looks like. Yeah, don't you have intentional walks a lot of times in some softball leagues or little leagues or something? In the interest of time, you hold up the 4 and just take it
run on down there, right?
3-2. And Franklin Gutierrez is aboard.
And it will be Jack Cust.
Last time we saw Jack, he took 3 pitches for strikes. Cade looking. I like the chances he's going to be hacking early. That was in the 5-1 game on Friday night. Put Jack in to pinch hit for Felix Hernandez. He took 3 strikes and that was it. We were saying he committed to swinging the bat.
May as well get your hacks in.
One to Cust. Strike 2. Two to Jack. And he strikes out on 3 pitches, but he goes down swinging this time. 10th inning. Home 10th coming up. The American League leader in saves and games finished. Brandon League will be coming on. And right now, this is the difference maker. They tried the intentional walk, a wild pitch thrown. Ackley scores, and the Mariners have a 2-1 lead. It's 2-1, bottom of the 10th. Brandon League leads the American League in saves and in games finished.
Brandon's numbers: 20 saves and 23 opportunities. 3.69 ERA. 21 strikeouts to the 5 walks.
So Morrison, Logan Morrison, who pinch hit, came on in the 8th. And struck out looking. Will be the first hitter. And he looks at a strike. Sunday night BLT time here. 10:15 Pacific. Paulie doing the job tonight. Strike 2 from Lee. Morrison, pitcher spot, a pinch hitter. On top of the order. Bounces one down to Ackley. One out. Actually, it's John Buck batting in the 9 hole. Into the game catcher. So 1 out. John Buck caught last night's game, went 1 for 4 with a ground rule double. Wes Helms on deck. He'll pinch hit for Bonifacio. Big cut by John Buck. Strike 1. Here's Wes. One and 1. What a crazy game. One and 2. Mariners took a lead in the 5th inning on an RBI by Ryan. Doug Fister was really going along nicely. Then in the 8th inning, a 12th pitch at bat, he loses the battle to Omar Infante. The run scoring double ties it at 1-1. 10th inning. So try to work an intentional pass, a wild pitch, and allows Ackley to score from third. 1-2. Big play there. Mike, as we talked about, the double to lead off the inning, and then he tags on the fly ball deep to left center field off the bat of Olivo.
And was alert on the wild pitch. A lot of times you go to sleep thinking the guys can play catch. And he was paying attention and was able to score the go-ahead run.
2-2. Back up the middle. That's a base hit.
He gets a fastball away and chops it right out in front of the plate. Finds a hole up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Buck. And we'll get Wes Helms pinch hitting for the pitcher.
Wes Helms is the bulk of their pinch hitting. He's had a successful run here too. He's 7 for 26 with 4 runs batted in.
Fisher 1 run away. Jack McKeon's not pinch running 1. It's the only catcher he has left, and 2. There is nobody left on the bench.
Strike 1 to Wes. Off of Kennedy's chest. Stays with it, throws out Helms for the second out. Nice play by Adam.
Looks like this ball comes up and hits him right in the belt buckle, but he's able to stay with it. Ball hit hard by Helms down there. Yep, and it hits right on the cut of the grass and comes up on him. Excellent job of staying in front of that ball so that it does bounce off of him and he can make the play.
Tough hitter here, Omar Infante. He proved that back in the 8th. A 12-pitch battle. Beat Doug Fister for an RBI double to tie the score at 1. Now lead. Pitch up for ball. To Infante. Should do it. Here comes Ichiro. He's in good shape. He's there. Makes the catch, and the Mariners win the ball game 2-1. And they take 2 out of 3 from the Florida Marlins. And with the win, they go to 39-39 and back to second place.
Tremendous night for Doug Fister, again going 8 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He also hit a double in the ball game and scored one of the runs for the Mariners. Unfortunately, he will not get the win in this, but a nice victory for the Mariners across the board. And what a night for Dustin Ackley. 3 hits for him, scores the go-ahead run. Brendan Ryan drove in a run early in the game.
Ackley was a home run shy of this cycle, and the Mariners go to 39-39, and the Marlins, in their last 25 games, they've lost 22 of them. And for the month of June now, the Mariners improved their record to 11-13, and coming into town, probably watching right now, the Atlanta Braves for 3, and then the San Diego Padres. And how about the 10th inning? This is why you come to the baseball game, because a very good chance you're going to see something you've never seen before. Ackley leads off with the double to left. And this rattles around in the corner. Morrison had some difficulties, and Ackley held at second. Olivo, he follows on a 1-2 pitch and a deep fly ball to left center field. Run down by Morrison. Ackley, as you pointed out, Mike, does a great job of tagging.
A lot of times the runners will go halfway. Ackley saw how deep it was and drifting towards left center. Tags up on the play, and then an intentional walk. Whoops. Throws one to the backstop, and Ackley again hustling home. Was able to get to the plate for the go-ahead run.
Mariners catch a break because Sissick was there in good shape, but he dropped it. And Ackley scores 2-1, and that was the game-winning run in the 10th inning. Let's go down to Jen Mueller.
Dustin Ackley joins me now, and we were just chatting. Dustin, have you ever seen a game end like that?
I have not. I've never been a part of one that ended on a wild pitch, and I was able to score on it.
Did he kind of tip you off that the pitch he threw prior to that looked like he was a little bit out of control there?
Yeah, I kind of anticipated it a little bit. I had to stay close to the bat because he was holding me on, but once I saw it go wide, I just ran as hard as I could.
So the small ball is working for you.
Yeah, it is. It's been working for our team, I think. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
How big was it to get this win, given kind of the events of last week and just getting back on track?
Yeah, especially after the Washington series, we lost 3 there, and just to come here and get a win and win the series is pretty big for our team.
You collected 3 hits tonight. Doug Fister collects a double. Any critiques on his ability to run the bases?
No, not at all. I mean, I've enjoyed watching him hit. I mean, especially a pitcher, you're not really expecting a whole lot, and for him to hit a double off a pitcher of that caliber is pretty special.
All right, why don't you go inside and enjoy this one? Thanks, Dustin.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so there you go. Another close game for the Mariners, as Dustin said, kind of helping to ease everything that happened over the past week and get the team back on track.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. Kind of a fitting way to end this unique series, NL style of ball here Sunday night for the first time in Safeco Field history. And have you ever seen a game decided by an intentional wild pitch?
You know, I've seen the wild pitch, that the intentional walk wild pitch, but I can't remember one deciding a game. not in my mind that I can think of.
Talk more about that, more about Ackley's night as well as Doug Fister's night as well. 8 brilliant innings for him. Mariners win it 2-1 in 10. Keep it here. Mariners postgame coming your way on Root Sports.